start with a 3-inch piece of round wood. Now you can use plastic pipe for this, but I'm going to use wood and I'll show you why. First piece I'm going to cut is 30 inches long. That's going to be my long piece, and I also want to cut a little bit shorter at 24 inches. I will go ahead and cut that. I have a miter saw, makes it easy. I'm also going to use a 16-inch piece of board for the base, but this base is where I'm going to need to drill 2 pilot holes. I'm going to use a drill bit that's just smaller than the screws. Using the same size drill bit, I'm going to drill down the middle of the 2 round boards on each one. We're going to take the wood screw, it's about 2.5 inches long, and we're going to barely put it through the board. I'll show you where. We want just the tip to show because that helps line it up with our posts. We're going to put 2 of these screws in to start, and then we're going to line it up with our pilot hole that we drilled on the round posts. Put that in, secure it all the way, start with the small one, and then you're going to go to the bigger one and do the same. Once you get that secured, look at this. It's actually super strong and holding up just like we need. Next, we're going to take it outside and we're going to spray paint it. We're going to do either a white or an off-white. There's a reason I'm using spray paint and not just regular household paint, because I want some of this wood grain to show through. The next step is I'm going to take some hot glue. Now, what I'm going to do is put this on here, and the hotter the glue is, the bigger and longer it's going to drip down the side. Now, you're probably wondering why I didn't paint this afterwards. Well, look at this. Once that hot glue dries, look at that color. It looks like melted wax. Next, we're going to grab an oversized Easter egg. We're going to need the base of this, and we're going to do the same with the hot glue. Put it on the bottom, and we're going to secure it to the post. Take that same drill bit that we used earlier and put a drill hole right in the back, what we'll consider the back. These fairy lights are great. We're going to unravel it and pull it all the way through that hole because we want all these lights to be inside this Easter egg. We've got to secure the switch to the back. Again, just takes a little bit of hot glue. Make sure you don't burn yourself and just secure it right to the back. In about 10 to 15 seconds, it sets up. Then we got to take all the light strands and put them inside. Don't push them down too far. We want them to pop up after we're done. So secure the top. Let's decorate it with a bow and some holly or anything you want to make it look good. Light it up and look at that. These are our 2 oversized candlesticks. I think they turned out just amazing, and they sit up nice and secure. And guess what? You can also use them outside. But when the lights go out, look at this. It just glows and looks like a great, wonderful candlestick, perfect for the holiday season. For this project, it's time to head down to your local dollar store or Dollar Tree and grab some inflatable balls. What we need to do is have a base to set our project up on. First thing we got to do is get some good primer. This is applied before the paint. Primer is excellent. What it does is it gets rid of the color and it gives something for the paint to stick to. It doesn't need to look pretty, but get just enough on, not too thick. We don't want it to run. Once we get it on, flip it over. You're going to have to paint that little spot on the bottom that doesn't get hit, and it gives you time to go ahead and make sure it gets really nice and dry. Then grab some gold paint. The better the quality, the better it's going to turn out. Now, when you're painting, it's better to put tiny little small coats on first instead of really thick. We don't want any runs. Let this dry for a good 24 hours and let's bring it inside. Now use that manufactured line as the straight line that you're going to use to make that first mark, right at the top of the mark. Take a measuring tape, go ahead and place it on the 6-inch because we want to go 6 inches on one side and 6 on the other. So make a mark at the 12 and make a mark on the back end at the beginning of the measuring tape. Do this 90 degrees on the other side. You're going to do this again with the 1-inch mark and the 12. Grab some acrylic black paint, lay it out, and we're going to use a foam brush. I found that this puts it on really nice. Start at the top, right down the manufactured seam right there, and take that right down to your first mark, 6 inches down. This foam brush is 1 inch wide, and it's the perfect width. Take again at the top, go all the way around the back side, all the way to your other mark. So you're going to have a full 12-inch mark. Turn it around 90 degrees, make a mark there, because what we're looking for is we're going to put a big X on top of this ball right here. As you can see also, that gold paint turned out really nice. It's nice and even. Once we get that on, look at that. That's exactly what we're looking for, but we're not done. Go ahead and take your brush, put it flat with some paint on, and we're going to make a circle at the end of each of these lines. That's going to be what's going to make these jingle bells look really cool. Go ahead and do it any way you like. I like to put it down, circle it right around the center, and you want to make sure your circle at the end's a little bit thicker than your line. Now look at this. It's not perfect, but don't worry, there's no mistakes that we can't fix. Once we get this all set up, let it dry, and it's time to put it in place. I wanted to put this under the Christmas tree, so I put out some fabric right there, and then I placed our jumbo jingle bells right underneath. I made 3 of them, put them in place right there underneath the tree, and look at this. It just looks amazing. I loved how it turned out. Easy to do and inexpensive. To run down to Dollar Tree and grab you some inexpensive picture frames. We're going to need a few of these. First thing we got to do is take these frames, lay them out. We're going to need quite a bit, but we also need some fabric. These are my 4 favorite, and we need a variety. Take that first picture frame, we're going to turn it over. We got to take the back off because we don't need the picture inside. We can just go ahead and take that back right off. And we're going to also remove the glass. We can save that glass for another project, another time. Go ahead and put the back on, and we're going to flip that over. Look at that. It is ready to go to cover in fabric. Pull that first cloth over, and we're going to leave about 1 inch to 1.5 inches surrounding the frame. We need this to help glue it over. Once you get your piece cut, turn it back over, lay it down, start gluing down the side. As you can see, you want to get right up next to the edge, and we're going to lay the fabric right over. Now be careful. That hot glue is hot, so go gently on it. Make sure you don't burn yourself. Once you get that one side done, flip it back over, run a bead of glue right against the top again, pull it over, and we're going to hold it in place. It sets up pretty quick. Now we got that, don't forget about the tops, but we're going to fold this like a Christmas gift. Right there, just fold the ends over and pull it right on over. And look at that, it grabs. Just a couple of gentle pushes right there and it stays there. Now look at this, it is looking good. Now we're going to go ahead and cover 4 of our picture frames. These are my favorite fabrics and they are looking good. Now it's time to put them together. The first 2 are going to go right next to each other, but we need what we call a hinge. We can again use some extra fabric. Just cut it off about 1 inch for each side. Run that hot glue right down the side. Put that first piece on, but we're going to overlap it. You only put about half on. Again, some gentle love taps on that glue. Make sure it sets in place. Once it dries, go ahead and pull it back. Pull the other picture frame right up next to it. And we're going to run some glue down that edge too. Once that glue is on there, quickly but carefully lay that other fabric right over. That is going to put both of these together, and look at that. You're going to have a nice hinge that holds it together. The second one, every other one though, it's going to be a little different. When we put this glue down, our strip of fabric is going to be a lot wider. Again, just put it down halfway, but this time, take 2 of the picture frames and you're going to put both faces together, just like that. Because we're going to put the glue and wrap it over the back. Once you do that, just put it on over, hold it in place, make sure it sets up really nice. It needs to stay strong. But here's the reason we do this. As you fold it up, one end goes like that. Look at this. We fold it the other way because we want to make this easy for storage. Now we've only got 3 here, but it's time to make some more. I had to use 10 of these. And look at, they store up really nice. But this Christmas, we don't want it stored. We're going to go ahead and start placing it around our Christmas tree. Look how beautiful that turned. It is just so lovely, and it makes a nice tree collar. I hope this inspired you to build your own Dollar Tree tree collar. Thanks for watching Home Talk, and we'll see you next time.